Welcome to Business Window Magazine podcast on your show, Business Briefing 101. My name is Tabani Will Maleka, your host today. I'm with Ndate Kenny Dichabe. He's the CEO of the Free State Gambling and Liquor and Tourism Authority. So we are here at Pakistan Raceway today, Odendalsrus. So the Dichabe is going to tell us more about this annual event that is actually that taking place here today. Dr. Kenny, welcome to Business Window Magazine podcast.
Thank you, Dichabe, and the Business Window Magazine family. Thanks for the opportunity.
Well,
extremely well, especially if you look at what's happening around us.
100%.
So you've got to be well.
Yeah, it's a happy day. Like it's a happy day today.
It's a happy day. Obviously, the box tonight. So yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Kenny, let's get right into it. Like being like in tourism. What are your? This is actually in line with your the mandates of the tourism department. Like in the Free State. How is tourism faring in like in our process?
Look, obviously, if you look at where we are, you can't look at us today and in isolation of where we come from. So we come from a low base. We come from a low base after the devastation of the COVID-19. So the industry typically in the province and generally in the country is on a rise, trying to build up. So we try to rejuvenate supply and ignite demand. So that's basically where we are. And one of the things, this is exactly why we do these kind of activities. This is on the domestic tourism front to a large extent. That's why we do this. For instance, we call it the Pakistan Invasion weekend in a sense, because if you remember yesterday we had the Indaba feedback session.
Yes.
Because you would know every year we take products to Indaba as part of the market access strategy to take the products in front of the international market so that we get traffic coming into the province. So after we take them there, we have never actually went back and have a conversation with the market as we take them there to say, but what is it that we can do better? What has been your experience from having been at Indaba? And indeed, what we've picked up from yesterday's discussions is it was the right call to make by the MEC Dichabe, under whose able leadership we drive the mandate in working with obviously Distia as part of the greater Distia family. So those are some of the things that happened yesterday. And in the evening yesterday, you would have seen we then had Service Excellence Awards, Champion Awards,
Yes.
where we oftentimes people that get recognized are people who typically are technical people who be managers in hotels, but the guy that really is in the cold face, nobody really cares about that guy. Nobody really cares about the receptionist. Nobody cares about the petrol attendant. Nobody cares about the guy that takes you around as a tour operator. So the wisdom was to say, let us also extend a word of gratitude to these key role players in the value chain. And that's why in the evening yesterday or last night, we awarded about 5 winners in the different categories, from petrol attendant to tour operator, So the winners were here and they were awarded. I mean, they got a certificate, they've got a service excellence pin, and they got 10,000 rand, believe it or not.
Yes.
And I was on record as a program director last night, and I was saying, this MEC, he never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
He is just a gift that keeps giving. But he doesn't only give, he gives because he understands the bigger picture. He last night, he was on his behalf, all these people that were awarded yesterday who are really in the bigger scope of things, and nobody cares about them. They walked away with prizes, including a 10,000 cash. And just the same day, the previous day, he was in Harry Smith awarding and giving, SMMEs, cash for stock. So this is an MEC who's busy. He's busy, and I keep asking him, where do you get the energy?
Wow.
Where do you get the energy? And today he says, no, part of the Pakistan invasion weekend, we spoke to people that we take, or the industry as we take them to Indaba. We had an Indaba feedback session, and in the evening awards, today, Saamtrek, second edition of Saamtrek, again, the products, owners, the industry, the value chain come out at Pakisa so that we call the market, and we again, in the spirit of bringing the product closer to the market, we bring communities around Liverpool and the Free State to come out here for free, to enjoy the festivities, but mainly interact with the product, so that when we take this product to the next Indaba, we've got a sense, and they also have a sense of what's expected. So we keep all the time trying to build this capacity. And that's why today they'll be out here, as you can see, the spinners are already arriving.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there'll be car spinning and drifting, kiddies areas, lots of activities that will be happening here today. And of course, the big one, in the evening, we had just added a fan park.
Oh, yes.
For the rugby.
Yeah.
That's what's occupying us. And I was saying last night as a program director, I said, you know what? I gave Temba Babu my call and say, chap, man, Suaria.
Yeah.
We are just dealing with the ones
Okay.
in France.
Yeah.
After we are done collecting that trophy, we are coming to India to help you collect the next one.
100%.
So
100%.
yeah.
So, being mindful of the event that we are now on a second leg, if I may call it that. This is now the second time the magnitude of this event is being organized right here in the Zapana beautiful province. How is the build up? How does it compare to the one that you did the first time? Is the event growing? Has the event been able to now have more the partnerships? How is that? How is the event faring? Within from the support perspective.
So effectively, it's an in-house product, designed, operated, and delivered, obviously by Distea in partnership with the entity FSGLTA, because obviously we are the destination marketing agency of the province. But remember, the province has a developmental mandate, product development mandate. So this is part of a collaborative effort between Distea and the entity, particularly on the tourism side of the combined mandate. This year, the event is growing in a sense that we've got more exhibitors this year than we had last year. And if you look at when we first went out and invited, exhibitors, we were oversubscribed, and we had to take a particular number. But it shows the interest. But it shows again that the event is growing from leaps and bounds. I mean, this year, one of the commercial partners that came on board, and we must thank them, is Hollywood Bets. They came in, they saw an opportunity to enhance, this good work that MEC Meko and the team is doing here. And that's why this event, we have no doubt, it will continue to grow from strength to strength. Year on year, it will grow from strength to strength, and it will help us, take the product closer to the market. And not only do that, expose them to the issue of service excellence, because you can do whatever you do as a former bank executive. I understand. I know to say you can do as much as you can do. You can have the best products or services, but if you don't have quality service, all that effort will go into waste. That's why the effort and the focus on service excellence, like we did last night. Yeah.
In terms of like the marketing of the event itself, what the partners do you have? Like, do you have media partners, that who may play a role of like assisting in getting the word out as far as the event is concerned?
So typically, there's multiple media platforms. The MEC has been on radio, by and large on radio, talking and marketing the event. But obviously, we also went, whether it be it with the social platforms or social pages of the entity, of the department. So we've used all the platforms that are available to us to be able to market the event. And as you can see, when numbers are starting to trickle in, it means we have hit the right note in terms of getting people here. And typically, I mean, it's a hot day, it's a hot summer's day.
Yeah.
So as the day goes, you'll get more people coming in. And remember, it's a free event. It's a free event.
Yes.
It's designed
Yes.
deliberately to be free because we want people to come here, not only see the product, but obviously interact with the facility. This is a multi-purpose facility. Pakistan, that's what Pakistan is. So we want the people of the Free State, people of Machabeng, people of Lejoliputa to be able to see and be able to interact with Pakistan, open Pakistan to the public, demystify the whole notion that if it's not motorsport related, you don't have to go there. That's why we are using this facility for these events from yesterday to last night, today, and the fan park in the evening to showcase the fact that this is a multi-purpose facility that can do multiple activities.
100%.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like the participants, like I'm very much aware that there's like all the people came from all corners of like the province to be part of like the event. What is the support of the department in this case, like this year, to bring those people here, or that they have to come together by themselves? For as long as we have sent the invitation to them, what is the support they get to make sure that like they take?
You know what we like about our product owners and players in the space is they yes, they need support, but they are an industry that understands that there is an opportunity and there's a cost to that opportunity. Department gets into putting the whole thing together, but when you are in business and you understand that an opportunity missed, if you are not at Pakistan, you didn't accept the invitation, you could have missed an opportunity to take your product or your service out, not only to the people that come here today, but to the broader South African context. Because remember, we are on the media, like we have in this interview now. This footage goes out there, and people zoom into the activities that are happening here, and you get the exposure in return. So it's not always about what government gives you in monetary terms, but the opportunity, because that ability on our ability, both as the department and the entity, to be able to market and harness the real value of what Destination Free State has to offer. But having said that, we must also remember that we operate within a constrained fiscal environment as a country, not only as a province. So, and we cannot say all this about the road, the accessibility, and not also appreciate the fact that this very government led by David Kwan is doing a great work, great job. It can't be in every corner, but there's great work being done, especially on the roads. There are many roads in this province that government has invested in, and those roads, believe it or not, they lead to some corner of the province which is a destination. So it can't be every road, but many roads are being fixed. Some of them being built from scratch, and that counts for something. So while we critique the fact that the roads are not in a good state, but we must also not discount the great work done by this government, led by Dr. Dukwan.
Dr. Kenny, let's have a bit of a tour. I know you are working very hard, like, to make sure that our province is also on the map in as far as tourism is concerned. But let's get to talk about Dr. Kenny, the family, like at home. I see you have donned your, like your rugby T-shirts. So basically, you are a big fan. Tell us about that.
Look, of course, look. And I like what that is Minister Zizikoro says. He likes saying, he talks about instruments of nation building. I love it. So what's going to happen tonight is one of those many instruments of nation building. You know what sport? I mean, Tata Nelson Mandela has spoken about it. Everybody in the world quotes him every now and again about the impact and the effect of sport in the agenda of nation building. And we as South Africans should be the first ones to raise our hands because we know exactly what it means.
100%.
Considering where we come from.
Yes.
In '95, I didn't care about rugby. In fact, when I went to the TV before '95, and there's a rugby match playing, I switch channels.
Wow.
If there's a cricket match playing, I switch channels. It's natural. Look for football somewhere. But since the advent of what the Boks had done in '95, we are here where we are today because even a black child in a rural corner of this country aspires to be a Springbok. And that you could never have imagined back in the day. So we are where we are, and these are, as I say, one of those instruments of nation building. So we are very proud, we are very optimistic. We are a nation of winners, by the way.
100%.
Yeah, and we'll take nothing out of France than bring back that trophy.
What can we look forward to later tonight?
Look, tonight, it starts today. You can already see the bikers are arriving, the spinners are already here, and the masses of our people are trickling in. So it means it's a good day. The right call was made, and people are responding. And tonight, of course, when all is said and done, the focus will shift to the match, will shift to France.
100%.
When we, as this rainbow nation, wait with bated breath to collect and bring our fourth trophy home.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ntate Kenny Dichabe, the CEO of Free State Gambling, Liquor and Tourism Authority. We definitely, like wish our boys, Sama Boko Boko, the best of luck, and we are looking forward to watching the game later tonight. My name is Tabani Will Maleka here on Business Window Magazine podcast on your favorite show, Business Briefing 101. Until next time, keep watching.
And that time you are told by people who are not from this province, they say you could do the following. So the issue of infrastructure is very important. We are